Welcome, everybody.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream of the Wombo side event. There's a main event going on, or is going to be going on later, and this is the side event. A lot of players have been invited to this tournament, a lot of top-notch players. 16 total have been invited to this tournament and are ready to compete against each other for the 1K prize pool. One of the first matches we will have is MITSUHIDE versus PINI Awesome. MITSUHIDE is a pretty known player in the Benelux, and PINI Awesome is also a renowned player from Spain. So it's going to be exciting, definitely.
Should be pretty good.
Yeah. The 1K prize pool is quite a lot actually for well, an upcoming player to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot for a side event in general, right? Like
yeah.
when you say side event and then you say, but there's still $1,000, it's like, well,
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's not much of a side event. That's like that's more than a lot of main event prizes. So
yeah, Wombo has really gone all out with this. They received about 100 applications for the side event, so they tried to pick like the top-notch players. So we're definitely going to be seeing some quality action over here.
And clearly they got some of those top-notch players.
So, who do you have your money on?
Like across the tournament, or like this match?
This particular match and across the tournament.
Oh, well, that's a tough one. Well, I have to go with MITSUHIDE. Like he's like for this particular match, I'm rooting for MITSUHIDE. But overall, across the tournament, I really like watching Astrogation. I love that guy's stream. He's super chill to watch, and he's a pretty good player as well.
Okay, cool.
So if one of those will take the title, I'd be happy. And what about you?
Well, you know, I think MITSUHIDE has a cool name, so that's probably going to give him an edge.
All right.
You know, PINI Awesome, that's an okay name, so you might be able to throw off MITSUHIDE. But
What about Wampy? Like
Wampy?
yeah, there's a Wampy in there.
That's... I don't know, that's a pretty rough name.
Oh, that's a rough name?
It's a rough name.
Yeah,
I
that's...
thought it was pretty fun, right? It's like Wampy.
You think it is, but it's like a mind game name.
Alright.
It's trying to make you think. It's a great name, but it's a tricky name.
Well, what about you, Bacon? Who's where do you have your money put?
Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go all out, and I'm just going to make the declaration of astrogation. I have no strong basis for this belief. It's just like it's one of those gut feelings.
It's got a good name. It's pretty nice. It's pretty slick.
Yeah.
Really rolls off the tongue nice.
Although until like a few days ago, I thought it was Aggro Station, and then it was just my brain being dyslexic.
Aggro Station, wow. That would be like an interesting name.
Wait, is this the official game? Are we in this already?
Oh.
I thought we were doing one of those test games. Okay, I guess we're just in it. Are you in the Are you in the game?
I'm joining right now.
Okay.
Well, one thing I really like about Mitsu's start is he has a lot of gold cards. And when you have a lot of gold cards, you just kind of feel better about yourself. And you have pretty animations to look at, and they're just way shinier than non-gold cards.
Yeah, it's like the thing I like about MITSUHIDE's hand is that he has the Sea Giant in the Zoo versus Zoo mirror, which is like really great. It's one of those swing turns where you can just drop like a big guy right next to no mana, and it just stomps your opponent.
Yeah, the Sea Giant and Zoo can. It's a really big swing turn, especially since there's generally not like, there's no Warlock version of Keeper of Alderaan or something to just get rid of it real easy, unless they're running a big Game Hunter, which a lot of them have ended up cutting.
Yeah, there's a lot of tech cards in Zoo, like Leroy and Hanzo Meccano. Like, you can throw a lot of stuff in Zoo. Like this Void Terror, for example. That's actually going to end up being huge.
Yeah, the Void Terror play can
like the PO onto the egg and then just trade it into the Night Juggler.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay, you're using an abbreviation, which I did manage to figure out.
Oh, that's great.
But
okay.
Some people don't know what you're talking about when you're saying PO. Do you mean like PO box? Or
I don't even know what a PO box is, but no, power overwhelming. Like the 1 mana, give a friendly minion 4/4.
Yes. Well, I guess we might actually see the power overwhelming to kill that Imp Gang boss. Take it out nice and cleanly, and then you can still do the Void Terror.
Oh, I really like this play as well, because it pretty much deals with your opponent's board.
Yeah, and that's just a massive swing turn as well. It's like, I kill your stuff, and then I create a 7/7 and a 4/4. Deal with it.
Yeah, you can drop his Sea Giant now, but it won't do anything. Like, it's just... I think he might need to bank on like a really good implosion here.
Maybe.
We're getting corruption here from Peddler. Would be nice.
Yeah, corruption from Peddler would work. That is not any of the options though. We got Squire, Mortal Coil, and Soulfire.
Okay, so he's gonna opt to drop down the Sea Giant and
yeah, I mean 2 mana Sea Giant, pretty good.
Yeah, evens out the board, but
yeah, it will be a situation where you kind of need to trade in that Void Terror, and if
this Peddler is really important.
I actually didn't see the weird. I didn't get to see the.
He could choose between Soulfire and Mortal Coil and lowly Squire, so he ended up picking the Soulfire.
I was like the same choices for the other person.
Yeah.
That's like the most boring thing ever.
It's a straight up mirror match.
So yeah, if PINI chooses not to trade into that Sea Giant, this could be a really unfortunate situation with that Defender of Argus, but it looks like it will be traded with the Soulfire.
He doesn't mind like discarding like the Owl or the Argent Squire. I think like even keeping the Owl, like not getting the Owl thrown away is even better.
Yeah. Now you can use it on like an egg or something, or a defendered target.
He could use Soulfire to clear that nasty 7/7, but maybe you Implosion first on a 2/2. Or
see what you roll.
Yeah. It gets a tree. It's pretty average. He's an average Zoo player.
Average Zoo player rolls a 3 on Implosion. What a metric of skill. Okay. Okay, so Tempo Owl is that what's gonna go down here? I guess
so.
I mean, you silence off. Too bad you can't silence off the gold.
That would be so unfair.
That's a pretty rough turn actually.
Yeah. I mean, you do get the taunts, and that's nice, but
yeah, we're seeing a lot of cards like being played kind of awkwardly here, like a Tempo Brand. It's not usually when you want to show him around.
no.
But if that guy is gonna stick there, it's gonna be like 4 Boombots.
Oh, that would be insane. I mean, I can't see him sticking, but
Yeah,
that is the brand dream, right? Is there any argument for clearing that, popping that spider instead of going face? I don't think so, right? Pretty much always go face with that.
Yeah, indeed. especially because it has downs and like it prevents the Doom Guard or something being played.
Ooh. now, I mean,
He's also like an experienced Zoo player right there.
Yeah, talking about how good Mitsu was with that. Oh, I have this backwards. Wait, no, I don't. Right?
What?
Okay, no, never mind. I thought I had the overlay set up backwards. It's all good.
Oh, the
Crisis
Elven
averted.
Archer is actually also a really good pickup.
Oh yeah, having that ping, super nice.
Yeah. You rarely see it from Dark Peddler. I always feel like they get Mortal Coil. Because you are more favored to get class cards than like the usual one mana cards. So this match really seems to be relying on top decks, in my opinion. Like they really need to draw into their late game bombs.
Yeah, I mean, Boom came down for Mitsu. Well, is PINI actually running that, or is this like the type that curves out with Doom Guards and Loatheb?
Like there's usually people are playing Zoo in two different ways now. Like they play double Sea Giant and cut the Doom Guards, or they run the more traditional Zoo version where they don't run any Sea Giant at all and just run the double Doom Guards. There's a lot of Zoo variations out there. It's quite like you can't really know 100% for sure because they show weird stuff all the time in Zoo.
Mm-hmm. It does have a lot of freedom for tech.
An entire turn just to play a power overwhelming.
That's rough. You don't usually think of Loatheb as affecting the Zoo matchup that much because they're like, 4 spells in the entire deck? But when you do hit it...
Oh, we can see a Doom Guard pickup. It's quite big, actually.
And we'll see where the knife goes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. It's an extra 2 damage, but... Like, the most important thing in Zoo versus Zoo is the board control. And, well, we can see that Mitsu is actually playing the big game handle as well. So, that's the first win for PINI, taking a win on his Zoo. So, he still has... this is last hero standing, so Mitsu's Warlock is now eliminated.
That's true. So yeah, one of the few tournaments we see using that last hero standing format.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because you get to see like different lineups. Like because you need something to combat control decks. Like you can like show some really funky decks in there because it doesn't matter so much if you lose with one deck. You don't need to necessarily win with every deck.
Mm-hmm.
So you can bring something to show your opponent on. This is an excellent start from both players. But I really like the Paladin's hand.
I like the Paladin's hand better because there's gold in it.
I thought you were going to say because there's a challenger in it.
Oh, well, that too, but mostly because there's gold. Although, this isn't as much gold as the last deck we saw, so I'm actually a little disappointed for that reason.
For that reason alone.
Yes.
Gets the Owl Redemption. It's not too bad actually because it sets up a trade with the Flame Imp. And this is like interesting because Cockheimer is also quite good here. Yeah, I really like the Cockheimer here.
Yeah. You end up protecting the Secret Keeper, you keep your Taunt Divine Shield up. Oh, it looks like thinking about trading into that
Egg.
egg. That could be a good setup.
Yeah, because you still preserve the Divine Shield. So, because your ally isn't taking any damage from the 0-2 minion.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the attack.
The other nice thing about it is it does prevent them, like, it prevents them from activating it when they want to, so you don't get that big swing turn of, like, power overwhelming, clear your guy, and
Void Terror.
Yeah, and then get a 4/4 with it.
So you probably want to kill that 4/4.
Yeah, I suppose with the owl and the cog hammer. Or with the secret keeper maybe.
This is a hard turn because like you actually want to maybe greed out on the knife juggler muster because of like it's 3 juggles.
Oh, but then at that point, if you're going for that play, do you actually clear the Imp Gang boss first? Because you know, if you're landing juggles and you're hitting that Imp Gang boss, it kind of nullifies it.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Okay, so he's gonna greed out on the. Oh, he's setting up for next turn. Oh, this is really smart because. This way, next turn, he can just Cockhammer into the Imp-Gang boss, and then play the Knife Juggler into Muster.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But Void Walker's gonna, like, mess that plan up, but...
More like Void Blocker.
Whoa!
Yeah, I really like this play, though.
I like the Hungry Crab choice here, but...
It's not Murlocs. It's secrets.
Well, you never know. They could tech in a Murloc Knight.
That's true. That's true.
So still going for the muster play. I mean, it's that value muster. So good. And it also just sets you up.
Snipe.
Oh. Not the ideal second knife, but pretty good third one.
Yeah, I guess it's still okay. Because now your board trades for his board.
Definitely could have been a lot worse. You know, it's like that good old Smork juggler that gets 4 hits to the face or something.
Talking about 4. Here we go again.
Yep. And we might have some retro plays here with the Undertaker.
Oh, I haven't seen that guy in a while.
Yeah, I don't really miss him.
No, me neither.
He can stay where he is.
Don't think anyone does. So this is kind of an issue because like you're getting all the secrets out, but your opponent still has like a board filled with minions that you can easily use to buff up and trade.
And top decking the implosion's really nice too because that gives you potentially another 4 damage to deal with this. Now, a lot of the board will have to trade into this, but it's likely going to be... well, it will be cleaned up. It's just going to be a question of at what cost. It's cool to see the Ragnaros teched into the Paladin deck, but I don't know. It's very unreliable against Zoo. And we got another 4 on that implosion, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm surprised why he didn't tap first. I think like he was too hungry to make that play.
Yeah, didn't quite sequence it all through in the head, and then was like, oh, I got 2 mana. Let's tap.
So at this point, like as Sue, you can just start rushing down and beating down on your opponent.
Yeah, and I mean that the get down isn't really going to do much at this point.
That's this lethal if he doesn't mess up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you can defender and throw down that power overwhelming.
Yep. So wow, Zoo's really doing some work here.
Yeah.
It's a really strong deck. You can see it pretty much everywhere.
Yes, it is one of those reasons you run into it like one out of every 3 games on ladder. It's just so strong, so consistent.
And like the last class that Mitsu has left is Druid. So like usually bringing Druid versus Zoo isn't all that great. It's a pretty poor matchup for Druid.
Yeah, that's definitely a true statement. I mean, druids can do druid things, so like we're not gonna count out Mitsu.
If there's like any class that can trio, I think it's Druid. Like straight up, I think that's the class that is most favored to trio. If you just like draw those insane curves every time.
Yeah. But you know, Druid can pull wins out of nowhere, really. So we'll see how it ends up going here. But PINI currently up 2-0, so that's, you know, when you're 2-0 and you do, or when you're 0-2 and you do cue that Druid into your Zoo opponent, it just does not feel good.
No, it doesn't feel good at all. Well, he could. Coining out the shade here doesn't seem so great.
Doesn't seem great, but I mean, what else do you do? Do you just hero power pass? And we haven't seen any BGH targets from PINI, right? So if you do coin out, you could play a tempo BGH as well on curve.
So he has a choice to pick between Reliquary Seeker, Soulfire, and Undertaker. Yeah, I like to. The Soulfire pickup is a bit messy with the Doomguard in hand, but I still like it because of the amount of burst potential you have now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it's like 8 burn or like 8 damage in hand, and the Doomguard. It's an extra 5.
It's always a bit of an annoying position because you're sitting there and it's like, I have lethal if I don't, you know,
throw away
if I
my
don't
Doomguard.
disregard this.
Yeah.
This is like
This
really
is,
rough.
This is looking.
Zoo's just flooding the board.
Yeah, just like Zoo does.
Yeah. Zoo is doing the exact Zoo game plan, and I just don't. I mean, yeah, I guess you Shredder like that is the play.
You could have gone like to coin 5 into 5 drop. I wouldn't mind that either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you could set up the Druid of the Claw, get your taunt up, and hope for the best. And you probably wouldn't charge it, right?
No, definitely not. But this way you can coin out Tarzan and then like play the boom on the next turn.
That's true. Which is a pretty strong play, but then you get the question of how much do they actually care. By the time you do that 2-turn setup, you're at like 10 health, and Boom doesn't really save you. Yes. With a Doomguard, Power Overwhelming, and Soulfire in hand.
Yeah, so he's gonna go for it anyway. Like, it's a pretty good discount. Like, you get 2 lures discounted.
Mm-hmm.
The Boom. Like, lures are really important as well.
I guess, is this a potential lethal? We got 9 with the Power Overwhelming and Doomguard.
No, he's like 1 mana short, I think.
Oh yeah, okay, just gonna trade with that.
To play like his entire hand. I really like this play. It just puts like a 5/7 on board, and Druid traditionally doesn't have like a great way of dealing with multitude of creatures, like especially like any big ones.
Yeah, I mean we could see that Poison Seed Starfall combo.
Or that Mulch.
Oh yeah, Mulch. Forgot that was a card.
Yeah, everyone does.
How could you forget?
Yeah, I actually got one yesterday.
I asked this one game, I asked you, like, should I use this card? And you're like, yeah, use that card. It's great. And it totally screwed me up. I never let him forget.
Okay.
Someday it will be a card.
Someday. Maybe after combo gets nerfed with the coming of standard.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it.
So can you still like survive here?
Okay, let's see.
It really sucks for him that he gets like the Nerubian egg, because like otherwise he would have a minion to trade with one of his opponent's minions, and now it's just like it's a 0-2 doing nothing.
Yeah, if you got like a 3-2 off that or something, you could use it to...
Or just an anything.
Yeah, anything that attacks would be better than the Nerubian egg right now.
Okay.
Does
He's
healing
going
even do it?
Well, like it's gives you 5 health, but like the Doom Bar, it's like
Yeah.
hitting you in the dome for 5 every turn.
Yeah, it buys you a bit of a turn. Not even a full turn, just like it buys you a fraction of a turn. Okay.
Went off lethal.
I,
So yeah, this seems over. Like, there's no way you can clear everything.
Gee.
yeah, I think this is that digestion of the loss period, because there is just no way to do this, right?
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
looking for an out, but
You can ancient for card draw and pull into
Into what? What 2-mana card is gonna save you here?
Okay, so you ancient for card draw. Oh no,
you
you
go
suicide.
out in style.
Okay,
and keep
yeah.
your face. Like
You know what? I really like that suicide because it was with a gold card.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that makes that suicide even better.
All right, so that wraps up the series, right? PINI takes
Yeah,
3-0.
quick 3-0.
so yeah, quick trio.
So
That's the thing about Last Hero Standing though, that you can see like a bunch of trios.
yeah,
in that format.
it can snowball pretty quickly.
In Conquest you'll rarely see trios, but in Last Hero Standing you might see like a few trios.
Yeah. And the
So-
thing with it is like you can get that situation where it's like maybe you do have a deck that is a bit of a counter to, let's say, Zoo. But if you fail with that deck, it's just done. You can't play it anymore, and then Zoo runs over you, runs over your druid, runs over everything else. So what's our next matchup going to be? I Kill You versus Astrogation.
Astro. Yeah. I actually faced I Kill You like a long time ago in a tournament. I like, don't even remember, but I remember facing him like somewhere.
And how'd that go? Do you have do you have a play-by-play? Do you have maybe even some fan fiction?
I remember trioing him.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, me too.
So do you have some trash talk to go with that?
No. I
No
think
trash
he's,
talk?
No, I'm not a trash talk kind of guy. I
Okay.
think he's really a really good player actually.